The streets of Old Delhi, a paradise for meat lovers who flock to them when the craving for Sikh kebab or Rogan Josh hits them. The city's predominantly non-vegetarian population has a huge demand for meat. This demand was met by a century-old abattoir at Eidgah in central Delhi and about 4,000 meat vendors in the area. But a few years ago, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi or MCD found that the conditions at the old slaughterhouse were not satisfactory.
Every type of pollution is there, drainage system is choked, blood is everywhere and unhygienic system of slaughtering is there. So we just wanted to improve the unhygienic system of slaughtering as well as the sanitation as well as the drainage system.
The MCD constructed a new abattoir at Gazipur in East Delhi about 20 kilometers away. Built at a cost of 150 crore rupees, this slaughterhouse is the first of its kind in India and uses German technology for processing the meat hygienically. But it has been ridden with controversy from the beginning. The first to protest were the meat vendors of Eidgah.
गाजीपुर दिल्ली के कोने पर है. दिल्ली के 4 कोनों के अंदर ये मीट शॉप्स हैं. हम यहाँ से ये जो है सेंटर है, ये स्लॉटर हाउस सेंटर है. दिल्ली में जिस तरफ भी हम जाना चाहेंगे जा सकते हैं इजीली.
ये यहाँ पर 5 रुपए जो है महसूल है पर एनिमल है, वहाँ उन्होंने 45 रुपीस कर दिए हैं.
The additional expenditure would lead to an increase in meat prices, and the vendors are asking why the government did not modernize the old abattoir despite directions to do this from the Supreme Court in 2002. The government says in reply that the old slaughterhouse had limited capacity, was unhygienic and located in a highly congested area. But meat vendors are not the only ones who are dissatisfied. The Central Pollution Control Board or CPCB has its own list of objections. And the abattoir is yet to get clearance from the Delhi Pollution Control Committee. A landfill site near the abattoir is a major cause for concern. CPCB has sought a time schedule for its closure and the development of a green belt in its place. The slaughterhouse also lacks a biogas plant, there is no storage space for skins and other inedible parts. And finally, layered space where the animals are to rest is highly inadequate. Agreeing with the CPCB, the Supreme Court on 28 January 2009 gave the Delhi government and MCD 4 weeks to comply with the statutory requirements and submit a compliance report. Former advisor to the Food and Agriculture Organization and an expert on livestock, S.K. Ranjan points out that it is not enough that animals are slaughtered hygienically. The transportation to the retail shop is also important.
What is the use of doing all this sanitary and then transporting the meat or carcasses in the bora and on the open transport system with the tanga, rickshaw or whatnot? We should have the containers or the trucks which are refrigerated and they do not have any contamination.
Moreover, the Gazipur abattoir cannot hope to meet the city's demand for meat on its own, even if it works to its optimum capacity. Delhi's estimated daily demand for red meat is 490,000 kgs. The new abattoir has a capacity of 5,000 small animals and 1,000 big animals per day, or 170,000 kg of meat, less than half of Delhi's requirement.
We should have another 3 plants. Let us keep this also in the east, but another 3 sections where we need, west we need, north we need and south we need.
Meanwhile, even with its low workload, the abattoir is bypassing prescribed procedures like resting the animals for 12 hours and conducting ante- and post-mortem examinations. Animal rights activists point out that no effort has been made to make the procedure less traumatic for the animals.
If the whole object is to protect animals against fear, that is not being done. They can see another animal being killed, they can hear another animal being killed, and worse, they can smell it. So animals are completely traumatized by the time they come when they're killed.
Despite the resistance, the city government is optimistic about the eventual success of the project.
Objections are there, many objections are there, but at the same time we are working in close direction with the Honorable Supreme Court of India, and I feel we will overcome all the objections, we will overcome the resistance which is coming from the people who are operating from Eidgah.
While critics say that the Gazipur abattoir was an ill-conceived and badly executed project, they agree on the need for modern slaughterhouses. And but for the constant intervention of the Supreme Court, the project may never have become a reality. For Mint in New Delhi, I am Nidhi Bhardwaj.